Right. Hello, everyone. My name is Phiphi Tran, and today I'll be talking about how it is to work with large language models, the models that power tools like ChatGPT. And there are many who see the models as the most complex piece. But let me show you today that's actually more about engineering the entire system around them. But first, let me tell you how I got started in tech. My journey began back in 2015 when I joined Ping Programming, which today is Sweden's biggest community for programmers that are women and non-binary. And since then, I've studied engineering physics in Lund, worked as a data scientist, and today I'm an applied AI engineer at Menty. What an awesome audience we have today. Okay, let's continue with a quick evolution of LLM applications. So at first, we only had standalone models. You would give a prompt, and it would generate text based on its training data. And if the model had been trained on data up to 2020, well, then it wouldn't know anything beyond that. And then came Retrieval Augmented Generation, RAG. And this was a big step forward, because now we could provide the LLMs with external sources like documents and databases. And this made their responses much more reliable and up-to-date. But RAG could, however, not take any actions. And that has led us into AI agents that go beyond just generating text. They can plan, use APIs, and solve problems autonomously, like booking tickets or iterating on code. The thing is that there's always been this big focus on the model itself. We often talk about how powerful it is, how large, how fast, and so on. But in the reality, it's actually just one piece of the puzzle. Because to make LLMs work well, we need more than just a good model. We need, for example, prompting to improve the output and grounding to ensure the reliability. And beyond that, in real-world application, we also need routing logic, API integration, memory, and data storage. And this continues to grow. It is as crucial to include evaluation, analytics, CI/CD pipelines, and loggings. So you see, the real challenge is more about engineering the entire system around the models. Let's take a look at the solution that has many of these components, which is also, or called the Menty builder, which is also what my team and I have built and have in production out right now. So I started with writing what I want to create, and this is then enhanced to ensure it's clear and contains everything needed to route you correctly in our logic. If something is missing, we make assumptions to help you write a better and meaningful prompt. And then, of course, if you don't agree with it, you can change it. And then you choose a theme, and we will generate a draft for you. And a fun fact, we actually have to deeply explore and define what something as simple as a quiz is to be able to build it right. And then also the same for all the other tools that we can route you to. Let's dig a little bit deeper, because we all know how unreliable and talkative LLMs can be. But how do we solve that in code? Earlier, it was very common to include the output format in the instructions. So in this example, it could be, you must return an enhanced version of the user input that contains X, Y, Z. And in reality, this was like spending hours trying to tell stubborn 4-year-olds what to do, and then just like crossing your fingers and hoping that they will listen to you. Sometimes they would follow some instructions, and only sometimes it would be all. And nowadays, we design for predictability using Pydantic. And Pydantic is a Python library that uses type hints to define how LLM output should look like, and then validates it, like Sod does for TypeScript. And you can see the Pydantic schema as a form template that the LLM must fill in, and that will keep the responses more reliable and more reliable and clear. So instead of fighting the uncertainty, you can see that we designed for it. And currently, my team and I are iterating on a Menty builder and creating an AI agent that lets users make changes through chat. And just to show you how central Pydantic is, we use it every time we make an LLM call. So next time you hear or see someone talk about LLMs or AI, think about it. Is it really just a model? Thank you.